18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Browns.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Well, they'll go with a wide receiver run here. It's Coleman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Shift together here from the D-line. Second down, Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Kaiser. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Noah Spence. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Winston. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Winston. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Jameis to throw it. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the red zone now, Winston. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Winston. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. There are none too plays that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Kaiser to throw it this time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
Third and short yardage, Kaiser. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They run it again with Hill. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
It.
Super toe.
Looking for Woods that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Winston. It's complete. Doug Martin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8th, though, on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Kaiser now on 2nd down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run on 1st down. Hill. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. first down throw for Kaiser. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. 23 yards on the play. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Here we go. What? Ohio. Let's round.
On first down, Hill. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy busting through to get him for a loss of 6. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. There goes Duke Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put your...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First and 10, Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. In the red zone this time. They'll throw again. Winston. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down, Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now a play fake here on first down. Airing it out deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods. That'll bring up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Again, they run with Hill. Room here to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And now running right through it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw is Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And an alley to run. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin the drive with Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Here we go. Flex round. Ohio. Check.
Again, it's Hill. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Winston from the gun on third down. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Evans. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielding just inside the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go!
Well, now they'll try the end around. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Flex round!
They'll run on first down. Hill. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, second down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. On first down, Hill. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
On second down now, Hill at a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up to the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
On third down, Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Kessler goes off on fourth down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Play action now, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second down, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Third and long for Winston. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Winston, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Winston now. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Evans. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Hill, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Hill. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and...
Flex round!
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down at about the... So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Let's go. One.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Getting, yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket, there's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I don't trust the so with the what you mean? Woo! Hold up. Whoa. With the what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood'll be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it.